Welcome back to the TYSK report. You already know this is MMC bringing you the things you should know happening in the world of technology. Got some great articles on the docket again, so let's dive into them. A food delivery robot's footage led to a criminal conviction in LA. Serve Robotics handed footage over to the LAPD after two people attempted to steal one of its bots. Footage captured by a food delivery robot in Los Angeles was used to arrest and convict two people after a failed attempt to steal it off the street earlier this year. Serve Robotics, which works with Uber Eats for last mile deliveries in the area, shared videos of the incident with Los Angeles Police Department both proactively and after a subpoena. The company's principles, according to Kashani, include not using robots for surveillance or other purposes that violate the public's sense of privacy and not putting unnecessary strain on public resources by calling in the police to address every minor incident of robot vandalism. It remains unclear how long Serve keeps its robots' recordings under normal circumstances, and its vagueness around the video's potential use doesn't inspire much confidence. So, if you do see these robots rolling past you on the sidewalk wherever you are, or if you were thinking about taking one, think again because you don't want to get convicted for trying to steal a robot. Also, if it's a camera on top of it, this is just the best way to think about it. You could potentially be being recorded, so that's just something to keep in mind. Anytime I see any camera that's out and about out in public, I automatically think it's recording. So, yeah. Moving right along. Honda forms largest EV partner network in the US despite not yet selling an EV in the country. Honda is touting today that drivers of its EVs will soon have access to the most charging locations in America. This is thanks to just announced agreements with EVgo and Electrify America, two of the largest EV networks in the States. Now, Honda needs to make some EVs. It has yet to release a modern EV in the American market, making today's announcement fall flat. So, this is not the case because if you look right here, it looks like Honda is going to be launching this SUV in 2024. So it looks like they have plans to begin to build out some EVs. And in addition to that, it says here that Honda is just getting started, and it says the company is targeting 30 EV models by 2030 with a production volume of more than 2 million vehicles a year, plenty to take advantage of this large charging network. So for all the Honda owners out there, if you own a Honda and you were wanting to purchase or eventually purchase in the future a Honda EV, it's going to be on the way. That SUV that you saw previously, you'll be able to potentially purchase it in 2024. So be on the lookout for that. Moving right along to our next article, we have music and concerts. The Spears' first show looks like it was a mind-blowing spectacle. Videos of U2's Achtung Baby live concert at the Spear show glimpse of a new kind of concert experience. U2 played the first ever show at the Las Vegas Sphere, a massive dome-shaped venue wrapped in over 1 million LEDs. The cheapest tickets for the shows that haven't sold out yet start at about $400 as of this writing, and the concert alternated between gigantic trippy visual effects sweeping across the dome display and the more standard concert screen fare of band close-ups. So this is just to give you more insight on the music experience or concerts being innovated. Also, from my perspective, I do think this is going to be a type of introduction into a virtual reality world because when they're in their dome, all these different things are happening. They have this 360 view of what's going on. Well, I think that could potentially be replicated or is being replicated in the metaverse or virtual reality. So this is just that beginning stepping stone to get people more accustomed to it or more familiar with it. So that way, if in the future or when in the future there becomes a headset that has a price point where people are going to purchase it as much as they purchase phones, they'll be familiar with that type of environment. And speaking of the metaverse and virtual reality, MLB looks for a hit with its virtual ballpark metaverse experiment. Major League Baseball kicked off a virtual ballpark experience for the September 20th game between the Angels and Rays that uses a startling 3D graphics to depict baseball games in real time. So this is just another heads up and reminder that the metaverse is moving along. It might not seem like it, and maybe people have thought that it died, but I think that's not the case. Like, just imagine with this experience, right? Think about this. If they find a way for people to put on a headset and see a game live as if they're there, while also giving them that same experience where you have people yelling or booing, or the smell of a hot dog, or the smell of somebody's beer, or something like that. Just imagine if all that happens, but you could be right behind the bullpen. But in addition to being behind the bullpen, you can get this price of this ticket at half the price simply from being able to watch it from your home. I think a lot of people are going to definitely take that deal because not only are you getting that experience and that feel that makes it seem like you're at the park, but you also get it for half the price. Moving right along, the NSA has a new security center specifically for guarding against AI. The National Security Agency is starting a dedicated artificial intelligence security center. This move comes after the government has begun increasingly rely on AI, integrating multiple algorithms into defense and intelligence systems. The Security Center will work to protect these systems from theft and sabotage, in addition to safeguarding the country from external AI based threats. The NSA decided on establishing the unit after conducting a study that suggested poorly secured AI models pose a significant national security challenge. This has only been compounded by the increase of generative AI technologies that the NSA points out can be used for both good and bad purposes. So if you are into cybersecurity, this is a great opportunity for you to look more into this and for you to learn more about it, because even with the NSA creating this security center, there could be other companies doing the same thing, and you could find yourself getting your foot in the door more quickly because this technology is going to continue to evolve and they're going to need more people who have a cybersecurity background in that experience to fight off threats that could potentially come in the future. So definitely look more into that if you're into cybersecurity, because you don't want to miss out on being at the forefront of fighting or protecting against AI threats. In the world of technology, you never know what's going to happen and you never know what's next. So it's important for you to stay up to date on what's happening. So you should definitely check out these two videos right here, because there's more great information and things you should know that are happening in the world of technology.